Okay, so I am marking exercise 4.3, number 3. Okay, the question said, simplify the following expressions. So first we have to find families, and as you can see at number 3, I marked with colors, pink, the x's and the y's with green. Why did I do that? Why did I mark the x's and the y's differently? Look. Yes, because I can only add and subtract families. So I have to only add the pink ones. Negative 12,1 plus 14,1 is 2x. So the surname stays the same. Remember, I can do these in between with my calculator, but I have to show every step. And then 3,1y minus 4,2y is negative 1,1y. And that is the answer for number 3. Nothing else. And then I cannot do anything with it because it's x and y. Can I subtract x and y? No. All right, then number 5. At number 5, I have 5,41 and then in brackets 2,1x plus 1,4x. So first I have to add what's in brackets and I get 3,5x. I multiply that by the 5,41 and I get 18,94x. Number 6, negative 2 and in brackets 3,1y minus 1,43. I first have to do what's in brackets. Can I do what is in brackets there? Moses, what's in brackets there by number 6? Can I do that? No, I can do nothing there. So it becomes, the negative 2 has to be multiplied in. Right. So I multiply it in and I get negative 6,2y plus 2,86. Please check that you have that. And then number 10 is the square root of that long thing. So first divide under the square root. So 34,24 divided by 2,14 gives me 16. And what do I do with the exponents when I divide with the same base? What do I do with the exponent when I divide by the same base, Philip?
You subtract.
Subtract the exponents. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now I have the square root of 16x to the power 4. The square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of x to the power 4. Remember, there's a little 2 there by the square root that I don't write. So how do I get the square root? I divide the 4 by the 2. So I say 4 divided by 2. And that gives me x to the power 2. So it's 4x squared. Right, that's it for exercise 4.2. Now we are going to go on and mark exercise, so worksheet 5b. Alright. Alright, and now we are marking worksheet 5b. Why am I struggling to find my questions today? Number 1 says, write the following decimal fractions as common fractions in their simplest form. Okay, so to write it as a common fraction, I can either put it into my calculator and then it will give me the simplest form right away. Or I can say 1 place after the comma is tenths, 2 places, hundredths, and 3 places, thousandths. Okay, so 0,56 is 2 places after the comma. So I'm going to say 56 over 100. And if I simplify that, I get 14 over 25. Number 2. 3,87 is 3 and 87 over 100. And that's all that I can do there. I cannot simplify it further. Number 3, 1,9 is 1 and 9 over 10. Number 4, 5,205 is 5 and 205 over 1,000, which simplifies to 41 over 200. So it's 5 and 41 over 200. Then number 2, write the following common fractions as decimal fractions. So now I can take it back to decimals either by pressing the SD button on my calculator or taking it to some fraction over 100 or 1,000 or 10 so that I can put it into a fraction form, decimal form. So to take 9 over 20 to a decimal, I'm going to multiply the 20 by 5 to get to 100. So 9 times 5 is 45, and that gives me 0.45. So I have to make the denominator either a 10, 100, or 1,000. Or 10,000 or more. Okay, then number 2, 7 over 5. Okay, I'm going to take that 2 over 10. I'm going to make the denominator a 10. So it's going to be 14 over 10, which is 1,4. How did I know it's going to be 1,4 if it's over 10? Yes, Moses? How many places after the comma for tenths? Only one place after the comma, so it's 1,4. Did you have a question, Kuba? Okay. Number 3, 24 over 25. 25 I can take to 100. So I multiply it by 4 and I get 96 over 100, and that's 0.96. Number 4 is 2 and 3/8. So the 8 I can take to 1,000. So I multiply by 125 and I get 2,375. Did you get that? Good. Let's read number 3. Jane and Debbie are in different schools. Who still needs a minute to just write that down? Okay. Let's read number 3. Jane and Debbie are in different schools. At Jane's school, the year mark for mathematics was out of 80 and she got 60 out of 80. At Debbie's school, the year mark was out of 50 and Debbie got 40 out of 50. What fraction of the total of marks in simplest form did Debbie obtain at her school? Okay, so it's only at her school's mark. So I'm not going to add or anything. I'm just going to say, remember, Debbie was the second one, the 40 out of 50. So I'm just going to simplify that. And that is 4 over 5. Oops. All right. Then number B, they just said at her school. So it's only at Debbie's school. What percentage did Debbie and Jane get for mathematics? So Debbie, let's do Jane. Jane had 60 over 80. How do I work out a percentage again? Yes, Luke? Times by 100. So the way that I work out percentage, everybody listen up. The way that I work out percentage from a fraction is I just times by 100. So it's 60 over 80 times 100. What is that? 70. 75 on the dot. 75%. Debbie had 40 out of 50 times 100, and that is 80%, right? Okay. Then number C. Who performed better, Jane or Debbie? Debbie. Debbie performed better because she got 80% and Jane only got 75. Yes.
I said 65.
You said 60 divided by 80 times 100. And then you got 75. That's fine. Are you asking another question? Is that okay? Number 4. Okay. Calculate the value of the following without the use of a calculator. Number 4A. Okay, so all of this I can do with my calculator, but I have to show every step. So I'm first going to add the 9,3 and the 7,6, and I get 16,9 minus 1,23 is 15,67. You cannot go wrong here because you're just doing it with your calculator. You can also do it with long addition and long subtraction by putting the commas right underneath one another, right? Number B. First I have to do what's in brackets. So I'm going to leave everything else as it is. 1,21 plus 2,5 minus 2,07. That's the answer for what happened in brackets. 2,3 minus 0,23. Then I'm going to add 1,21 plus 2,5 is 3,71 minus the 2,07. That will give me 1,64. Number C. 15 times 0,2. Okay, now I have to remember, what if I had to do that without a calculator? Can you remember how to do that without? You multiply as if there were no commas. So then I have a 15 times 2. What is 15 times 2? 30. And there has to be one place after the comma. So that's going to be 3. 3,0. Or just 3. Number D. 0,8 times 0,04. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply 8 by 4, which is 32. But there has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 places after the comma. So it's going to be 0,0032. Goodness. Wait, let me just grab this one. 0,0032. I only gave you for today up until F. So number E is 12 divided by 0,3. You can do that with a calculator and you will get 40. No, really? Oh. Okay. If you had to do it without a calculator, this is what it would look like. Without a calculator, I would make that fraction, that decimal, a common fraction. If I divide with common fraction, what's the rule? Tip and times. Okay, so then you will get to 40. Number F is 0,024 divided by 0,08. And that I can also do by making it common fractions, and I get 0,3, or I can just do it with my calculator directly.